welcome back to another MTGO Modern League with me, Magix, and we are running Blue-Black Narset for a fourth time, so stay tuned and let's go!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
So guys, since the last video I have posted this list, for one on Reddit and two on another forum, and I've got some feedbacks on the deck list, which I quickly wanted to talk about. One comment was, why do we run 4 Inquisition, 1 Thoughtseize, and not increasing the Thoughtseize number if we are facing so much Titan decks and stuff? And yeah, I want to actually try it out. I hope that the aggro matchups are still fine, even without with only 3 Inquisitions. But I think against the aggro decks we are maybe cutting something like this, because Damnation is too slow. Narset, we don't need 4 of them usually, and then 2 Thoughtseize, which are 5 slots exactly for the 3 Brutalities and 2 Kalitas, so it should fit with our sideboard configuration here. Yeah, and Thoughtseize has the upside that you can actually pick stuff like yeah, Urza, Primeval Titan, Bloodbraid Elf, right? All these cards that were the more problematic stuff in our last leagues, so I like the idea and decided to include the second Thoughtseize for this run. And I have exchanged the Plague Engineer with the Liliana, the Last Hope. They mostly fulfill the same role. Yes, Liliana has to single target a creature, so she is a little bit weaker against Infect, also because she can't name Inkmod, right? But she is another grindy element with her -2 if you have a Snapcaster Mage already in the graveyard, and her -7 is a real win condition. So I think also, since you can find her with Narset, all in all I like her a little bit more. But we have to see how she will play out, of course. Besides that, there was a question, why do we run black and not white? Because in white you have Path to Exile and Teferi Time Raveler. Well, yeah, you have, but I don't think that Path fixes any real issues we have so far. I mean, if they resolve a Titan, the Path usually don't matter. I don't see that much Death Shadow decks right now, where you can also answer the Death Shadow with push, same as Tarmogoyf, and if they have Gurmag Angler, this would be the only reason where you really want a Path, in my opinion. I don't like Path against Merfolk, I don't like Path against humans, because in all these matchups, even against Junt, you give them extra resources, which they can work with, because then they simply keep their lands in hand and pitch them to their Lilianas, right? So, for example, in the Junt matchup. And therefore I think that push can fulfill the same role. There are no real Wormcoil engines running around in this format right now. You can still deal with a Gurm, Batterskull attached to Gurm. It doesn't feel as horrible to push maybe an Icefang Kotal, right? All these small stuffs. Yes, sometimes it's awkward, because you need the fetch lands, right, to enable the revolt, but still, white also doesn't offer you the discard. It doesn't offer you Drown in the Loch. I don't think Teferi is that great right now in the meta. I mean, there are not that much blue decks running around, so what do you want to even bounce? Dryad maybe out of the Titan decks, or the Urza itself? It doesn't feel that great, to be honest. Against the aggro deck he sucks, so I personally don't see the upside to white right now. I mean, you get maybe a little bit better life gain, but then again, Brutality can be a really big tempo play on turn 2. You still run Ashioks then, and I think if I run white right now with blue, I want to lean more into a Stoneforge Mystic deck, which we already played in the past with the McWin Source list, right? With Icefang Kotal and stuff, and that's an entirely different deck. I don't see the upside in running Narset in a blue-white shell, to be honest. Then there were also comments like including a Teferi Puzzle Box or some 3-mana wheel effects that you can pair up with Narset. But I don't know, what do you want to cut in this list? I mean, if you cut the early game interaction, you risk that your Narset will be pressured on the board, because you couldn't pick their answers to her. And then you rot with your wheel in hand. If it's a 6 mana play, well, then we are playing to a situation where we already have good late game interaction with our Loch and Cryptic and Jace, right? And yeah, I don't like drawing these dead wheel effects when in this deck nearly all draws are live beside the discard later on, so I'm not convinced by that. Yeah, and then there was a good comment, which I also talked about in the second video, I think, trying to figure out a way to stuff in a Mystic Sanctuary to enable Cryptic Locks. But as I mentioned in this video, we already we only have 4 islands right now, and I think if you want to stuff in Mystic Sanctuary, you need at least like 7 island sources, maybe even 9, so that you can get it online consistently on turn 4. And while I like these 4 colorless lands, you still need around 6 fetch lands. I still like the basic swamps here. So there is mostly only River of Tears, Sunken Ruins, Darkslick Shores, and the Creeping Tar Pits you can really cut to increase the island count. I can see cutting 2 Creeping Tar Pits and maybe include 2 more Watery Graves, or 1 Watery Grave for 1 basic island, right? Then maybe the River of Tears for the Mystic Sanctuary. But I'm not courageously enough to do this yet, because so far the mana base worked out nicely, and there were a lot of games where we stayed at a very high life total because our mana base is so painless in the end. I mean, besides the occasional fetch, we don't really take any damage from our mana, and this was also the reason why we could survive so long against the Junt game, if you remember, where we faced the Ren and 6 ultimate, and yeah, if I even haven't fetched there once, we could have maybe won it, which was crazy. And yeah, this one fetch down to 6 life cost us the game there, so I think there is some merit to this very painless mana base in the end. So I'm not sure that the occasional turn 6 fetch Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic on top, really warrants the whole reconstruction of the mana base if it's not really well tested and thought out. So I'm also not convinced by saying, okay, then throw 1 Urborg in here and fixes all your black mana needs. Well, you have still to find this 1 of Urborg to get all these double black spells going, and that's also not really consistent to do, so not convinced by that either. So we run it like this. So we're trying the second Thoughtseize instead of the 4th Inquisition, and Last Hope instead of the Plague Engineer. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, the main upside to black besides the discard is Liliana, and I think she is really good right now. So, because she can answer these Gurmag Anglers that you struggle with, for example, she forces the Titan decks to vomit their hand pretty quickly. They can't sit back on it, and yeah, if they can't and you are on the play, you get to ultimate her, and they lose several land drops, which is really huge. I mean, so far we haven't dropped a Titan game, and Liliana is one of the reasons why that was the case, in my opinion. Besides Dredge and maybe the very aggressive aggro decks, I think I like her overall. Also because she combined really well with the bounce stuff. So here we go, first game. Against Timu, he usually plays Blood Moon decks. So I like the Inquisition here. And then let's check out his hand. Okay, we don't care about the Flame Slash. Do we care about the Spell Snare? Well, it counters our Drown and Snapcaster Mage, so I think we take it for now. He will use his cantrips here, probably get a basic island. So we have to fetch out basics now. Maybe this was a reason to sleet on Delta Basic Swarm, maybe? But the thing about Blood Moon is that he does not have to screw us with it. It will really cut into our blue sources. That's already plenty. Well, push is not bad if he plays Thing in the Ice. Could be a Blood Moon already, ripped off the top. No, it's the Serum Visions. So Flame Slash and 4 unknowns. Don't need Watery Grave here. The basic island is not bad. And we found a Liliana. How likely is it that he has a mana leak here? I guess we try to find out. Don't need the Damnation here, really. Well, but now we can't do this anymore because this... No, yeah, if land enters his turn, this makes black. Yeah, we can do this. And we don't have the force up, but hopefully Liliana is good enough. Let's try this out. And unfortunately he has the mana leak, so we could lose here. I was willing to risk it. Found a snap, not bad. We ship the turn. Now he could have a snap of his own. Okay. Don't need another push. Jace is not bad. Found another Liliana. Well. I think now we are ahead a little bit, so let's see what he will do. Nothing. Do we loot here? Maybe actually yes. Want to hit the next land drop. We found a Cryptic, not bad. Yeah, okay. This will give him more land drops, of course. Well, now we have a lot of Lilianas in hand, which is not great. And he gets ahead on mana. No bolt so far, which is also odd. That's an aggressive Cryptic. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still can use Cryptic and have the force up, so I think that's okay. Wants to do this, sure. Seems like he really wants the cards. It's to 9, interesting. Snapcaster Mage of his own. Could push this now. Will target opt, sure. He has Archmage's Charm in hand, so yes, I guess. Sure. Found an Aberrate. Yeah, well. We have to resolve one of our Planeswalkers at one point. Else it becomes awkward. Need to find another discard spell or something. Oh, this is only a black source, not the greatest. Let's throw Liliana out there. Cryptic. Yeah, he still has the Archmage's Charm, so... Okay, you're ahead now. Does nothing again. I have to find discard or something. Don't need more forces. Well, this is also okay. Yep, you can draw. He has a lot of mana. Let's just try to get a 2-1 into play. Sure. Having Remount is really annoying. Maybe we can try to stick a Narset now. Make him have 2 bolts, maybe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 blue. Ah, this is legendary. Don't forget it again. This doesn't work out, so let's try this again. Okay, this time it worked. Still have a Snapcaster Mage for Archmage's Charm or something, so guess we ship it back for now. Yep, exactly. Yeah, well, he has all the counters, unfortunately. Needed more discard in the early game. We haven't drawn it. Now Liliana will die to Bolt, he will play maybe a Blood Moon or something. Or even a Ral, okay. Interesting. Comes the Blood Moon. And he has still a remand off open. Just in case, right? Yeah, so we are dead. So he has all the counter spells that we don't have. So we can't probably win this drawn out fight, so we have to go under him, kind of. Don't like the fatal pushes. Don't like the damnation. Yeah, let's use the discard to punch a hole through his counter spells, I suppose, and try to stick one of our planeswalkers. It seems like the best course of action. Do we cut? Or maybe like this. This has a Liliana on 3, so or only if we play River of Tears then. So let's keep this for now. Can play this tapped, ship the turn. Fatal Push is awkward here. Okay, that's also not bad. Let's take a look. He has a Blood Moon. He has Remand here. So I guess we take the Remand. Hope that it's good. Hopefully he doesn't have another Remand here or something. Two, three, 5, okay. Ops. Don't think we need the Brutality right now. Yeah. So we could play a Blood Moon now. Yep. Goes. Yep. Can still play this, can't play this, so hope that he doesn't have Bolt Snap Bolt. He misses land drops, sure. Flashes in a snap here. This is opt. Yes. And he has the Force even. All good for him. Yeah, I mean, he had a really strong hand here. Really, really strong. Seems like this whole deck consists out of counters. Have to edict here. Yeah, he has a land, sure. So land 1 unknown. Could be Ral. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, he had the perfect draws. Couldn't keep up, unfortunately, so there we die. Yeah, without the Force, I think we could edict away the Blood Moon, and then it's a totally different game, but Force was backbreaking there. This hand needs a third land drop, but else it's okay. Reading pool tapped, okay. This is not the third land drop we wanted. Huh. Well then. Well, well, well. Lot of Icefang Codals. Feels again like a perfect hand against us. This is the Arcward's third land we have drawn so far. Really horrible. Sure. Hmm. Ah, come on. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Mystic Sanctuary, eh? That's a lot of Snapcaster Mages. At least there is no real target for them. It's like, yeah, well, now he can use the Force, of course, with this, but yeah. It's maybe bad. Hey, land drop. Gotcha. Yep. So now he can't snap Force. Okay, that's fine. Try to get back on cards here. Maybe have another Mystic Sanctuary here. Found another Cryptic, which is not bad. Snapcaster Mage and one unknown in hand. Or no, he has two snaps in hand, right? So yeah. Do we drown this? Do we force this? I think we drown it for now. So he has two snaps in hand. Seems like he has only one Sanctuary. Okay. Okay, it's a 4-color deck actually. Yep. So snap one unknown. Let's ship in here. Sure. Okay. Ship the turn again. Because he still has Snap Counter Spell open. Need a discard spell or something. What's this? An Uro. Yeah, this is annoying. But we can't counter here because he has... it's no use countering here, I mean. That's okay. This one cycles. Goes to the grave. he does nothing. So we try to hit a discard here. This is not the discard I wanted. Still can't Narset here because he has drawn in the Loch. Awkward. Where is all our discard at? Only had one so far. Gathering these fatal pushes doesn't help. Comes a Wrenn and 6. Snapcaster 1 unknown. Well, I think at one point we have to do it. Sucks, but so be it. Okay. So Cryptic back on top. So another opt now. Oh. Okay, here comes the snap. With the Force, okay. This damn Wrenn and 6 might stop our Narset combo. One unknown in hand. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Have to play out the Narset here, unfortunately. He will Cryptic it, I guess. It has a lot to do. What now? This is like the Teemo deck we played with the Black Splash 4 rounds so far. Don't know if I like it. Could just run Scrat and more basics. And somehow he stopped in our draw step and nothing happens. So I think we play Narset and activate the Geier Reach in his upkeep. At least then he doesn't draw another card. Because he played out the Vista. We'll keep the Cryptic. But then he can't draw with the Cryptic because we have Narset in play. So that's okay. He has to do it in our turn, I guess. We can maybe draw something good out of the Geier Reach. Can of course use his Escape Titan, that's an issue. Has he disconnected maybe? No, not really. I cut this and see you back when he does something. Well, just as we say it. We found a drown in the Loch, which is not awful. But we can also use Liliana. I think I like drown more. We ship back the turn, he can't fetch here. Let's hope he doesn't have bolt in hand. Well, just as good, I suppose. So he bolts the Narset. Then he can't use the Cryptic anymore, so it's not the end of the world, because he will draw the Cryptic and pitch it immediately, so we are not dead yet. Let's see what we draw. Do we need the Force? We attack this for 3. And then we still have Drown up. Don't think we need the Thoughtseize. Let's do it like this. Okay. Okay. So we can only use the Uro once, because he has only 2 green sources. We can take 2 here. Don't need this right now. Position is not bad, but I think we still have to deal with this Ren and 6. He has Scred after all. Well, now we can use this goddamn Uro. Or he has another removal spell. Nope. Okay, only land drops. Surely has some more lightning bolts in his deck. Oh, Narset is not the best here. What do we do? This is really awkward. Oh, he still has a Cryptic in hand, so I think we can't do much. Feels like his deck is going over the top in this first game. Didn't play the Cryptic, okay. Interesting. Yeah. So there goes the Narset. Cycle Land, yeah, of course. The Uro will come back. If he has a bolt, this will die anyways because of the Snapcaster Mage. So here comes the Uro again. Astrolabe is a redraw. Yeah, it feels like his deck is more grindy than what we are doing. Yeah, well, you're dead. What do we want here? Kalitas is not great. Like the strokes? Nah, not really. It's only the cryptics, right? So, like the Liliana against the Kotals. I like the Ashioks to go ham on his graveyard. And I like the Spellbomb. Not a fan of Damnation. Not a fan of all these pushers. Still like the discard. Maybe we cut down on one Liliana because against Icefang Kotal she's not the greatest in this deck. Maybe I should have brought in Noxious Grasp. This hand is awful. This hand is not really better. We need land drops desperately. It can't go down to 5. So we try to rip the land drops. And we don't find the land drops, so we are probably dead here. And he also runs Blood Moon, yeah, so she concedes. Okay, 0-4 so far. Rough beatings. Yeah, I think to keep up with those decks and don't get punked out by Blood Moon all the time, you have to rework the mana base, I suppose. For once a good hand. Blood Crypt tapped. Could be Junt again. Yeah, let's play it like this. Do we force a Ren in 6 here? Don't think so. What's this? Double red? No. Life from the Loam, so it's actually Dredge. Snap Opt. Well, what is Snap doing in this hand? Not a lot, so pitch the Snap. Force the Loam. Hopefully he doesn't have more Dredge Enabler. Maybe find a Narset or something. Yeah. Yeah, why not? She can find more counters. Maybe stop something like Neonate, what have you. Another Jace! Well, well, well. Copperline Gorge, okay. Will Reunion work now? That is a question. Conflict rate. Yeah, well, that works. Huh, interesting. So, his graveyard is full. And he will dredge a lot. Not sure what we can do here anymore. There's no real way to win against Dredge game 1, it feels like. Don't have any answers to it. Might as well concede here. Bloodgast. If he has another land drop, that is. Yeah. You're dead. Not doing well this time. Two more. Don't need the Thoughtseizes. This has no hate whatsoever. Well, it has at least something to do. Don't need the Sanitarium. We have to play the Tarpet here. Else we can't hold up Drown. And Spell Snare next turn. No Shriekhorn. We found the Ashiok, so if we can prevent an enabler here, the Ashiok might be able to win this. Don't care about the Loam here. Conflagrate, yeah, well, it's going to the graveyard anyways, so I guess we eat it out. Don't need the Jace right now. Narset is okay, and we found the Kalitas, so should fetch now. Didn't fetch, well, awkward. We've eaten a Creeping Chill here. So he needs another land drop and a reunion here. Well, that is the wrong land drop. Sorry, dude. Seems like Ashiok dominates now. Shriekhorn, sure. Can't do much against this, unfortunately. If he hits a Dredger with it, that's unfortunate. So we try to hit the fourth land drop for the Kalitas. Almost Snapcaster Mages. Good. I can't use it right now. Priced Amalgam, okay. Well, no Dredger. Now it's tapped, so only one more activation. And he concedes, okay. Now we are on the draw and it gets scary. Really scary. May need the Thoughtseize actually to grab a turn 1 spell. That's not true. Spell Snare can do the same. Yeah, well. Can only rerun this and hope to find the Spellbomb or something. Or that he isn't blazing fast and has to mulligan. Awful hand again. Keeps 7. Scary. Well, we have the Ashiok at least. If nothing else. Shriekhorn. So we need the third land drop. And he hit a Stinkweed Imp. Yikes. He didn't dredge, interesting. Maybe he's missing a second land drop. Yeah, can't prevent that, so 5 incoming. And a Necromoeba and a Priced Amalgam. Should activate this now to hit more Amalgams. And he hit a Creeping Chill and an Ox. So we are already nearly in the dirt. At least he has no second land drop yet. We'll take 4 here, replay the Ashiok, he will die. Then hopefully we can slam the Ashiok. Yeah. I mean, it's a plan at least, right? So this one will die for sure, but at least it will get rid of these dredge enablers. He doesn't use the Shriekhorn yet, which is fine. He has found the second land drop. Ashiok will die because else he can't fetch. Shouldn't he have waited with the fetch in case he hits Bloodghast? Okay. Probably has a reunion here. Or Loam, okay. So we hit one Conflagrate. Have to hope to prevent another one, and I have to play out the Ashiok now to stabilize here. Well, he can dredge 4, I suppose. Yes, and he hits in Bloodghast. He has the land drops. Let's hope he doesn't have a Lightning Axe or something. Where is the force when you need it? It's not here. Maybe this was a reason to Inquisition first, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's a way back in this game. Bloodghast has haste, he has another dredge 5 here. Can maybe try to hit a Spellbomb, maybe. Yeah, this is lost. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. No luck this time. Second Conflagrate in hand. Yeah, well, I mean, it could also have been a Lightning Axe or Assassin's Trophy or what have you. Okay, onwards to the 4th match. Hopefully we can still make it 2-3 here. I mean, if we hit the Force there, we have a real chance with the Kalitas on the board, but yeah. Sometimes you are not lucky enough. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, cool deck. I hate these Blue Moon decks. Remand is awkward. Omen of the Seas is also awkward. Well, guess we take the Remand for now. Then we can also take the Omen. Hopefully have a chance to untap with Cryptic or something. Or maybe even draw Liliana. Could also take the Emrakul and eat his Remand out of the graveyard, but let's do it like this. Hallowed Fountain, okay. Interesting. Maybe for Lightning Helix out of the sideboard or something? No Liliana here. Not good. The Damnation is looking bad. Okay. You can have your 2 bolts. So 2 bolts, Island, Emrakul. 1 bolt, Island, Emrakul. If he bolts in response and plays out the snap, he has at least a 2-1 in play. I think that's better. Seems like he isn't running Blood Moon. I mean... maybe the Emrakul goes. If he draws it through the reach... oh no, okay. Well, this is also awkward because it eats his Snapcaster value away. Now he has Bolt 1 Unknown. And he doesn't have another target for the through the breach. Okay. 2 Cryptics in hand, so I guess we pass the turn for now. This 1 Unknown. Perfect draws there. Damn, new deck. Don't give me more lands. Don't give me infinite lands. You eat your graveyard with the Emrakul away and still have Snapbolt up. That's bad, that's bad. Have to find a Fatal Push or something. Force is not the worst. Path to Exile. Yeah, well, sure. That's okay. Can do this next turn again. Try to hit a removal spell. Playing draw go here. 8 land drops against 6. Nothing happens. We have lost our board position, so he doesn't draw lands, he draws business, it seems like. Which is really bad for us. Snapcaster Mage is not the worst. Five cards in hand now, man. Okay, 4. So now we have Cryptic and Force up. Let's use Opt here, try to find a Narset or something. I think we can fetch before. Probably don't need the Revolt anytime soon. Don't need more forces. Well, Jace is okay. Narset is also okay. He could have the combo. That's always dangerous. Sure. Sure. He has put a card on top, so remand. Will he have another remand? Maybe. Spell Pierce. Bolt? No, okay. On the Field of Ruin. Well, if he goes off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he needs a remand in hand to do this, so I think having the Inquisition here is fine. Because we still have the Force. So he has a Through the Breach and a Cryptic Command in hand. Okay. Can't play both in one turn. If he has the Emrakul on top. Yeah, well, he didn't do anything really. Spell Snare, okay. Well, he has one unknown. If it's an Emrakul and he does it in our main phase, it won't work, so I think Liliana has the most upside. If we play Jace, we can still drown and force here. I think in this case we actually want the Jace. Aww, come on, Sunken Ruins. Do it correctly for once. Cryptics here, he also can't use Through the Breach. So we had a Snapcaster Mage. Let's Spell Snare this. So we know his hand, we have counters for both. Then we Fate Seal here. You can keep the island, so I guess we have one. Now we only have to find the Geier Reach. Yeah, okay. Okay, so like these definitely. Like the Spellbomb actually. I like the discard. Not that much a fan of the pushes. Not a fan of the Damnations. Don't think we want the Ashiok actually. Want the discard, the Planeswalkers. Last Hope could be okay. But what to cut? Don't see a good cut for her. Still like the Forces to be protected in his turn. Because they usually try to end step the Through the Breach and then do the second one in their main phase. And you can't dispute their Through the Breaches, unfortunately, so that's that. But you can still hit Snapcaster Mage, Remand and stuff like that, so I think it's still okay. Still like the discard. Yeah, maybe one push is enough. It's just for Snapcaster Mage, right? So unless he plays something like Thing in the Ice now, and even then we have Liliana, but well, we need land drops, of course. Yeah, this has land drops and counters, so I guess we don't need Narset for now. We will most likely play a draw-go game. Still keep the fetch open in case he does play Blood Moon now all of a sudden. Never know. Don't need more Snapcaster Mages here. Need more blue sources or discard or something. Could be Omen of the Seas here. Nope, okay. Oh, these Snapcaster Mages doing nothing. We would have at least discard in hand. Doesn't seem like a Blood Moon hand to me, at least. Could be an entire combo hand. Have one more turn. That's fine. Can still prevent a Jace here or something. Drown in the Loch would be okay, another blue source would be okay. Blue source, untapped. Well, that's not the blue source we wanted. We ship the turn back, at least we can snap up now. No snap electrolyze, okay. Celestial Colonnade, that's interesting. Darkslick Shores. Now he could have, of course, a snap electrolyze, so that would be awkward, but okay, that's also fine. Is electrolyze really good in this meta? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, we ship the turn back. Now we have Cryptic plus Dispute. The Dispute will only be good in a counter war at this point. We have only one fatal push for this damn colonnade. Thoughtseize is okay. Can still counter a Cryptic here with a Dispute. I have to keep the Field of Ruin here, unfortunately. Let's see what he's working with. Remand. Guess, yeah, okay. Let's do it again. More remands. Okay, snap dice. Two through the breaches, well. So we hope he doesn't draw an Emrakul next turn. Because we can't tap it with the Cryptic right now. Don't know how many Emrakuls they run. Seems like he hasn't found one. We only find land drops here, which is not good at this point. We have to find action or something. We can check his hand again, I guess. To dispel, okay. And 3 through the reaches at this point. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, so 1 unknown, 3 through the breaches. And let's ship the turn back for now, so that we can still Cryptic in upkeep in case he has the through the breach Emrakul here. Don't know which one this was, but sure. So he has the Emrakul after all. Okay, so go to your upkeep. Yes, we don't need this right now. Tap your creatures, draw cards. We know his last 2 hand cards, yes, exactly. Then he has to sack. Graveyard is gone. Let's hope he doesn't have another Emrakul. Well, at least we don't draw lands anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still have 4 open. Let's play the Jace here. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, good thing we held the mana open, so we do this whole thing again. Let's get the Snapcaster Mage back. Okay. So another through the breach and an unknown. Let's hope he hasn't found the third Emrakul. what have you. Okay. Well then, let's start with an Inquisition here. Another Dispel and Through the Breach. So at this point I think we empty out his hand. Don't need this. Can keep this on top. Should concede now, most likely. Yeah. Well, at least one match win here. At least a small victory. But I like Omen of the Seas in the deck, because you want to always represent the combo somehow. And Omen helps you to do that and dig a little bit deeper than Opt. Can't Snapcaster Mage it, of course, but still. Though I'm not sure I like the deck as a whole. I think this first Blood Moon version is good enough. Awkward hand, but we'll test some plays. Prismatic Vista. An Ursa deck. Inquisition. Well, probably takes Liliana here. Could be a Junt deck. Maybe takes the Force, I'm not sure. Hopefully we draw an Inquisition of ourselves or Thoughtseize or something. Takes a 2-for-1. Okay, so we play this tapped, preserve our life totals. Now we have at least good mana. Blood Crypt, Dredge again. Some kind of Dredge deck, I guess. Okay. Well, now our Drawn in the Loch is online. Can pitch the second Sanitarium, I suppose. Huh, interesting. Could be a Skelemental deck or something. Well, let's jam anyways. Don't know what he plays exactly, so running this out here has some value. Bloodstained Mire. What's this? Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we don't rely on our combo then. Try to do this the fair way. Another K command. Dominator. What are you doing? Tell me. Rakdos deck. What is it doing? I'm not sure. I'm entirely not sure. like the opt here actually. Yeah, so he has another K command. Sure. So we pitch the other opt in case he plays Blood Moon or something. What's this? Blood Moon, yeah. So we have to do this now. Then we are empty, but so is he. Land, uptick, Season Pyro. Well, here we go. Next turn he can make some tokens. And we can't prevent it, unfortunately. Liliana won't change it, so I guess we ship the turn. Again, not having Graveyard Hate is really a nuisance here. Yep, you got it. Okay. Huh, interesting. Well, in this case, guess we try to keep the board clean. Yeah, well, we have round 6 now. Not a lot to do here. Yep, found a lightning bolt. Still don't know what he's really doing. Cryptic is not bad. So we ship the turn for now. Don't have to uptick here. Yeah, well, guess that's good enough for me. Just trying to get ahead here. Well, that didn't work out. Where are the Jaces? Where are the Snapcaster Mages? Now it's a Liliana game here. And he found the Season Pyro, while we didn't. Find the Jace. So he is back in the game, and we are not. Not a piece of shit, this game. Can't do anything, no. Keep him with 3. Keeping him with 4. I think... maybe if we do it like this... Yeah, this has the highest chance. Okay. So our entire hope is up on this Tar Pit, if we find some removal along the way. Or a Snapcaster Mage to clean those nerds up. Well, we found another land drop anyways. Found a Croxa, sure. So he has a really fast clock and we can't do much here because we don't have Graveyard Hate. This really hurts, losing this game after such a start just because of these dudes. That really hurts. Should have maybe kept one Geier each, but he had the Narset killed anyways, so... Yeah, we take 3 more. He has so much gas in his graveyard. Maybe doesn't have another basic mountain, I'm not sure. And we don't have the fucking swamp. Oh man. I don't know. No, we need Snap Damnation or something, but he can always replay the Croxa, so I guess we are dead. Yeah. I was totally relying on these tar pits, so I guess that's it. Yep. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. Liliana is not good here. Fatal Push is not great here. Spell Snare is not great. Yeah, maybe like this. Let's take the Blood Moon. This fills the Croxa up. Yes, he has it. So it might come into play next turn already. No, he needs 4, right? So we still have time for Narset and maybe find a hate piece or something. Like this Ashiok. Let's hope we can stick it next turn. Well, he takes it. Hopefully we find another one. And here goes the Narset. Yeah, click on these triggers. Just in case he has Blood Moon, I want still the Delta up. Another Ransack. Okay. This is Arc Ward. I'll lose the snap here. Might as well. Yep. Well, we have to find a removal spell for this damn Croxa again. I've boarded out 2 pushes, so it's not that likely. And he has another one, sure. Yep, then we take another 3, go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still the Seasoned Pyro in graveyard. Yeah, the discard on the Ashiok was really rough. Only one way to do it. That is not good enough. Because we didn't draw the land drop. Find the removal. It's not good enough. Found the removal. Hey, hey. Well, that fills his Croxa, of course, so we have to be careful. Oh, that reduces his graveyard again. Okay. Keep her at 4 in case he has a bolt. Yep. Can take my Thoughtseize. So he needs one more card in the graveyard for the Croxa. No, we can't bottom this at this point. Have to Fate Seal him. So that he doesn't have the Croxa anymore. Can have his damn Blood Moon now. Don't care. You can have your Thoughtseize. Ah, fuck, this enables his Croxa, of course. Ah, damn it. What am I doing? Well, it's not the end. We still have Snap Fatal Push, I guess. And then we have, yeah, just keep Fate Sealing him here. Hope that he doesn't draw Burn or something. Fatal Push. Cast. Like this. Trying to Fate Seal my way to victory. You can keep your fetch land. Don't need this. Play this. Then he can shuffle, of course, against the ultimate. No, he can't because of the Blood Moon, so never mind. Fate Seal here. You can keep your Swamp, plus here. So 2 more turns, we have still a Force. Might steal this. Might steal this. Non-creature. Okay, command, you can keep this. You can uptick here, and yeah, nice. So game 3. I don't like the Kalitas against Liliana, this is bad. Against Liliana, the Kalitas is bad, but it's really nice against the rest of his deck. And it gains some life, so this is too greedy. Still like the Narset. Like this, because we have last hope to deal with the tokens too. Might want more graveyard hate, but don't want to overload. Don't want to overload it. Maybe it's better than a discard, but well, this is an awful hand, but at least we have some basics. No Inquisition in this case. Don't have to Thoughtseize right away, I think. Well, if he has a Blood Moon now and draws a discard. So we take the Rebel Master here, but he has the Dreadbore. He has the Liliana. He doesn't have the third black source, so I think taking Rebel Master has the most upside here. If he now draws discard, I want to use my discard previously, so that's the reason why I did it now. Okay. It's not the worst. Do we want to try to find an Inquisition here to prevent Liliana? I don't think so. Maybe yes. Maybe actually yes. Also like Narset. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Ship the turn. Did you draw your third land drop? No, you didn't. Okay. So I guess we pitch this for now. Stops all his fetch lands. He has to use his Dreadbore now. Exactly. Don't need this right now. Yeah, if he doesn't have a Blood Moon. That's also good. Okay. This makes his mana awkward, I suppose, and fetches us the basic swamp. And it prevents his fetch lands again. Do we mill ourselves? No, there's no real value to it. Let's keep his graveyard clean and mill him. Maybe mill his land drops over. Yep. Good. Got it. Hopefully we draw an asset at one point in the future. Well, now he can play Liliana, but we have the tar pit at least. No big deal. Yep. Well, just in case he has a Blood Moon. But we can't do much here, unfortunately. Don't want this to die to a K command. Here comes the Blood Moon. Okay. Don't need more tar pits. Wow, that's a lot of Seasoned Pyros. I want to find the Jace now. Something. X. Yeah, using all the Thoughtseizes here. Sucks, but let's use this now. Now we can both the Ashiok. Play this Seasoned Pyro, of course, or do it this way. Then we are in the dirt again, because we only have drawn lands this damn game. Feels bad, man. Sure. Even another draw. Oh, come on. Why do we deserve this? I'm not sure. So tilted that he didn't draw another fetch land in this damn game. Wow, there they are. Great. Good job, good job. What can we do? Kalitas maybe? Well, Snapcaster Mage can at least try to block. Could try to spike the Kalitas here. That's probably our best bet. Wow. draws 3 cards, or has 3 cards now. Yeah, this will create the tokens. So what can we do? Liliana. Yeah, maybe the Blood Moon wrecks us in the end. I'm not sure. Feels horrible. Do we have the third Ashiok in? Maybe we can mill him? No, we haven't. Sure. Yeah, well, one player draws all the pyros, the other one does nothing. Maybe ping here, she goes to 1, play the Jace. Kill the other one, maybe, but he draws 2 more cards, I'm not sure. Not sure. Maybe we can even win it with this draw, but... Yeah, well, this was rather a stomp. Lost to Blood Moon in 3 matches, it seems like, so... awkward. Yeah. Maybe it's true, we work the mana base somehow for more basic islands. Play Mystic Field, Mystic Sanctuary. Maybe tweak it that way. Yeah, maybe I try it out for the next time. Hope you enjoyed it anyways. Yeah, and hope you stick around, and till next time. Bye bye.